like that. That was Wichita State's basketball team celebrating making the cut for this year's men's NCAA tournament with everybody masked up. As you see, even the celebrations look different. The tournament is being held entirely in the Indianapolis area instead of across the country like they usually do. And safety remains a huge, huge concern. At least 6 tournament referees have already been sent home over a positive COVID test. CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Dana Jacobson is covering the event for CBS Sports. And Dana, last year we know there was no tournament because of COVID, but you can tell these players are psyched.
Gayle, that is the best way to put it. I mean, right here next to me, this is just a little bit of the March Madness that's waiting for them here in Indianapolis. The last team is set to arrive tomorrow. It's Virginia, the 2019 reigning champs. They got held up because of testing protocols. There is a strict COVID policy in place for everyone from the teams to the broadcasters, which is why I'm here in my lovely hotel room right now. The goal for the NCAA, though, to once again crown a college basketball champion.
As the tip-off to March Madness inches closer, teams are heading to America's heartland for one of the most ambitious national tournaments in collegiate history.
For the National College Championship basketball finale. And
before last year's cancellation, the NCAA had crowned a basketball champion every year since 1939.
While there was hope and confidence that this could happen, there was also lingering doubt.
Dan Gavitt, Senior Vice President of Basketball for the NCAA, is in charge of tournament operations.
It is a challenge to have 68 teams staying in 4 hotels. Teams were required to have 7 daily negative tests before they arrived in Indianapolis, and then daily testing upon their arrival. We're requiring mask wearing and physical distancing and sanitation.
During a normal year, players, coaches, and fans would spread out at regional sites around the country. This year, each of the 68 teams will play in and around Indianapolis. Players and coaches will be isolated. Each team will occupy its own floor of a hotel. Everyone will wear contact tracing devices. But interacting with family members is off limits. And fans will be allowed to watch games in person, but arenas will be limited to just 25% capacity.
I mean, we're at the JW Marriott, so there's been worse bubbles, you know.
Michigan State Hall of Fame coach Tom Izzo hasn't missed a tournament in 23 years and understands the stress of the isolation.
You really don't leave your floor. You can't really go outside for a walk or things like that. So right now, it's just different, but it's not necessarily a bad different.
It's a unique year. You know, my parents get to come still, and even with everything going on, and you know, it's just really exciting for me. You know, it's my mom and my dad talk about it a lot. You know, and it means a lot to my family.
I've talked to a lot of coaches and parents this week, and all have pointed to the sacrifice these players have had to make just to get to this point, specifically so much isolation and the mental toll from it. One father, he got choked up telling me he'd never gone this long without hugging his son. Look, this is my 6th year doing sidelines for the tournament. I've covered it in some way for more than 20 years. Trust me, the appreciation and the emotion, they are heightened this year. Gayle and Anthony, I know for your teams, it is heightened as well. Good luck to them.
Yes, yes, we all understand, but I like what the coach just said. It's different, but it's not necessarily a bad different. I'm just glad they figured out a way that everybody can play. I think that that's a good thing. Dana, thank you, and we'll be watching you. We'll be watching. You can catch all of the March Madness action right here on CBS and on our partner network starting later today.